Okay, why do you bet on sports? To win money is the most common answer, but that's not actually the true answer, and I'll explain why in this video. Now, sports betting has been legal in America for over 5 years, and there's been all types of polls and studies done on bettors' behavior and patterns, and although the majority of American bettors, when asked why they bet on sports, they say to make money, their actions show otherwise, especially when compared to other bettors across the world. You know, sports bettors in Asia, the UK, or even our northern neighbors in Canada, they bet with much more purpose and discipline compared to Americans who have the worst betting habits and are very careless about betting. Other parts of the world, they take sports betting very seriously and look at betting as more of an investment or conscious financial transaction. Now, even if Americans say they bet on sports to make money, the real reason is closer to entertainment or thrill. Of course, they want to win money, but here's the thing. For the most part, sports betting has been solved. And what I mean by that is sports betting's been around long enough to where there's a pretty obvious blueprint of what doesn't work. Now, a couple examples of what doesn't work would be over betting, either betting too many games or too much on games and not having a bankroll management strategy. Another one would be betting too many combo bets like parlays or round robins. These bet types would be betting into the biggest house advantage. Last example would be paying for picks. Many have tried these things before and have failed, but those few things I mentioned are actually the most common betting habit behaviors of American bettors. So if their goal is to win money, surely they wouldn't be doing things that have been proven not to work, right? Now, the problem is winning money betting sports doesn't just mean avoid the things that don't work. It also means doing a bunch of different things that do work. And I'd hate to just present a problem and not give a solution, but unfortunately explaining how to be a winning bettor in a single TikTok video is basically impossible. But I will discuss 3 things you should do if you really want to be a profitable sports bettor. And I'll skip the different cliche answers, common responses you'd get if you just typed into Google how to be a winning sports bettor. I hope it goes without saying you need to have a solid bankroll management strategy, you need to be disciplined and not chase your losses. Being good at math helps. You'll need all those and more. But the first one I'm going to mention here is you have to treat it seriously. That doesn't mean you can't enjoy it, but in order to be successful, it has to be approached more like a job than a hobby. There's a saying in sports betting, if you treat it like a business, it might just pay like one. If you treat it as a hobby or entertainment, well, those things usually cost money. Don't bet just because you want action or want to add excitement to a game on TV. Bet only when you know or think you have an edge. Now, how to identify an edge is another topic completely, which I do discuss in the Betting Network Discord community. Now, the next one would be have a process or routine for game selection. It doesn't mean, it has to be some sophisticated system, but make sure any bet you make meets a predetermined set of guidelines. If nothing else, this is going to help you keep your volume or amount of bets you make in check, so that way you're not betting 20 or 30 games a day and just flipping coins. Your process shouldn't be following a pick someone gives you. A good rule is to make is don't make a bet without being able to explain why. Seeing a bunch of TikTok cappers liking the same game isn't a good reason to make a bet. Now, don't settle for bad numbers either. If you can't get a good spread or the line has moved away from you, your worst approach would be to think, screw it, it's only a half point or it's only 1 point. It won't matter. You may get lucky sometimes and that point won't matter, but it will eventually matter over a big enough sample size. The best way to determine if it's a bad spread is by looking where it opened and find the range of how low the spread was or how high the price has been. Don't bet a team that's hit the top of its price range. For example, if you're going to go bet the Green Bay Packers and you see the line is -8, but the line was -6 earlier, well, you missed it, and it's just best not to bet it. You'd be taking the worst of the number at -8 when the better number was available. That's part of the discipline needed there. All right, I'm going to stop here. If anyone actually watched to the end, I appreciate you, and hopefully you found this video helpful. But until next time, good luck with your bets.